police officer pulls you over and he gives you a ticket, that's also known as an affidavit. It's also known as an indictment. So you know how many times they've said Trump's been indicted? Well, that's just an accusation. They don't have any jurisdiction over him. He's actually been getting out of those mostly by, so I was telling you there's 4 ways to present yourself. You can either operate in acceptance, you can conditionally accept and say something like, sure, I'll agree to contract with you if you can prove jurisdiction over me. Or a dishonorable reaction would be to argue, and they'd love to keep us in a state of arguing forever, endless wars. And the most dishonorable is to ignore or to be ignorant. Okay. Now, these officials have been ignorant with most of the stuff that we serve them. They're just ignoring it, which is very, very dishonorable. And I'll explain how that's actually going to work to our benefit. But so when a cop pulls you over, he's giving you a ticket. It's an affidavit of fiction. And we talked about that. Why is it an affidavit of fiction?
Oh, because it doesn't exist.
Because he works for a legal fiction. Because remember, he's been served.
It's an illusion.
He works for a corporation. He's not your public servant. He's not your peace officer from the Republic. Yeah. And he's trying to serve you as your corporate fiction because he's got to get your driver's license, and that's got your all caps name, and your all caps name is the corporate fiction they created when you were born. So the all caps name is not you. Can a corporation run a red light? No, so they're charging the corporation.
So you're saying since the birth certificate of the capital letters, I've heard this before, you're being born under a corporation.
Well, you're normally...
I've heard everybody is like as a dollar amount of almost like, what is it, 60 million or 600 million each person or something that of value to the corporation. Am I right in saying that?
Yeah. Because they've been trading you, and every single time you ever did anything, they opened bonds in your name. So when you create an LLC, when you open a bank account, when you start a business, you got a home loan, a student loan, all that. They were always opening bonds in your name, and they were trading you because the more successful you were, the more taxes you were going to pay.
Oh my God!
All a sham.
So that's how they siphoned all the world's wealth. And when you died, they took all that money. As soon as you died, they had already claimed your estate, so they took all that money when you died. So taking people to war is extremely profitable to them. Killing people off is extremely profitable to them because they've turned us into slaves. But you cannot hold the body as surety for a debt that the body does not owe. So every time they're doing that, they're trafficking you, which means we're all slaves in the same system.
Wow.